Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Putra Ajhi Pangestu, and it's a academic speaking video assignment about the influence of CLL on EFL learner speaking skill. Some students at the university had some difficulty expressing their thoughts, expressions in foreign languages, especially English. How to start communication and interaction may require someone to inspire, or a phenomenon commonly encountered in the various levels of education of students up to the college. Students tended to be very subjective about issues, peers, and even partners. During the teaching and learning process, teachers not only inform students but also help them, encourage them to learn English, and provide techniques to meet their needs. English is a very important language all over the world. In Indonesia, English as the first foreign language is one of the compulsory subjects in English from elementary schools, junior high school to university. In the 2006 curriculum, the goal of teaching English in Indonesia is to provide students with the opportunity to develop both oral and written communication skills, practical level of literacy and the English language in an increasing globalization, to provide an opportunity to recognize the nature and importance of competition develops community and ultimately enhance students' understanding of the interrelationships of language and culture. Speaking is an important language skill because the goal of language learning is to improve language skills and communication efficiency. Speech conveys information and ideas and allows us to maintain social relationships through communication with others. Especially in the age of globalization, speaking English is very important. This means that communicative competence is that aspect of our ability to convey and interpret messages and allow us to personally negotiate meaning in a given context. Learning habit and speaking ability. English learned students may be hesitant to speak English with others. They were unsure of their English. They were often embarrassed to say something when they didn't understand what other students were saying or when they realized that other students didn't understand them. Some students lacked the courage to speak in public. Even in their native language, they were always nervous when speaking in public. They were afraid to make mistakes. The final reason was a common situation encountered in general language classes. Most students were nervous when they had to speak English in front of the class. Sometimes they give too much and miss this chance. Therefore, researchers have sought to implement CLL in English learning as the use of technology in the teaching and learning process, with the aim of making teaching easier for students so that their educational objectives can be fully achieved. Community Language Learning (CLL). Community language learning was first developed by Charles A. Curran and his collaborators. Community languages learning is a method of language learning in which learners become members of a community. Classmates and teachers learn through interaction with members of the community. Learning is seen as a collaborative achievement rather than as an individual achievement. Learners listen carefully to people they know, offer meaning they want to express without hesitation, support other members of their community, telling their inner feelings, and get closer to other learners. CLL encourages the teachers to see students' intellect, relationships, emotions, and desires. In collaborative language learning, students decide what to learn and take on the teacher's role as facilitator. By understanding and being sensitive to students' fears, teachers can demonstrate acceptance and help students transform negative emotions into positive energy to enhance student learning. Increased learning community language aims to eliminate the fear of learning by transforming the teacher-student relationship. Methods include creating a supportive community that reduces student anxiety and helps them deal with threatening emotional factors such as making mistakes and competing with peers. At times, learners rely entirely on the teacher's translation, but over time they can engage in more direct communication on their way to independence In addition, learners can freely talk about matters of daily life. The nature of speaking. Speaking is the most important of the four skills in language learning. Speaking is a language skill that should be developed in a child's life prior to listening skill. The process of speaking begins with the process of listening first. Improving your hearing is very beneficial for your ability to speak. The ability to speak is related to the ability to communicate. Foreign language learning is increasingly seen not only as a potentially predictable developmental process, but also as a source of meaning through interactive negotiation between learners. It is meant to be an aspect of our ability to interpret and allow us to personally negotiate meaning in a given context. Speaking, especially in a foreign language, is a very rewarding activity for all ages. Speaking is expected to share understandings with others using the foreign language. He must find the most suitable words and correct grammar to convey the meaning accurately. It's also very important to structure the discourse so that the interlocutor can understand what the speaker is saying. Teaching speaking by using community language learning. In this study, the teaching procedure has been referred to Larson and Freeman as follows. 1. Tape recording. In this stage, students record conversation in the target language. 2. Transcription. In this stage, students transcribe other utterances and conversation they have recorded for practice and analysis of linguistic forms. 3. Reflection and observation. During this stage, students reflect and report on their experience in class, either as a class or any groups. This usually consists of expressing emotions, caring for each other, responding to silence, worrying about having something to say. Teachers take time during and after various activities to allow students to express how they feel about the language and learning experience. 4. Reflective listening. At this stage, students incorporate elements that teachers may have triggered in classroom interactions. 5. Self-correction. At this stage, the teacher shows the students something in the target language during practice and gives them an opportunity to make corrections. 6. Small group test. During this phase, students will work on various group tests such as discussing topics in small groups, preparing conversation, preparing summaries of a topic for presentation to another group, preparing stories for presentation to teachers and other members of the class. Finally, a conclusion. Students were skeptical at first, however, when research is completed, it proves that using CLL improves vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, fluency, and comprehension. The average test scores from pre-test to post-test show that they are getting better too. This means that teaching English at CLL has getting better too. It gives improved students' speaking skills. Based on research results and consideration, researchers found that students rated with the CLL method were more active in the classroom, especially in speaking activities, compared to the classroom before using CLL. Found that they were active in class and interacted with the classmates. They were able to speak confidently without worrying about their own limitations. During the class, the students actively interacted with the researchers. Alright, that is all for my video today. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.